Hi, in this video I'm going to run this Flutter application of mine onto my physical iPhone device, this iOS device, because this application has not ever been ran on a physical device, and till now it has only been used for testing purposes on the iOS simulator. So now I'm going to test it on my actual device. So for that it needs a few um, prerequisites that I need to complete. So first of all, I will have to go into this iOS folder, and yes, I also need a terminal. So I will open my terminal, and first of all, if there is no pod file, we need to create a pod file. But as of now, there is a pod file, but still I will be deleting it and I will be creating it from scratch. And I have a few instructions here that I will be following. So first of all, I recently upgraded Flutter in like my whole system. So I need to run these few commands. That will be flutter clean and flutter pub get. So let me do this, flutter clean. I will also use this next one, flutter pub get. This I'm doing because I recently upgraded Flutter, and these are good to do things whenever we upgrade the Flutter version. So here we go. It should be completed. So I'm waiting for it to complete. By the way, actually it has already completed, but I'm not sure why it is not stopping. Now when I'll stop it manually and I'll run it again. Right. Now shut up upgrade, the last one. And after that, I will change into the iOS directory and remove. There is no pod file currently, so I'll just remove the pod file. Like there is no pod doc, so yeah, cd and cd iOS, remove the pod file, and I need to initialize. So be a pod init. Now I need to install pod install. Now I have my pod file installed, and now I need to open this in Xcode once. I'll wait for it to open in Xcode just to see if my development team is selected or not, because in Xcode my signing certificate and development team should be selected, otherwise it would not be able to install this application. So yep, I'm waiting for it. Okay, let me go to the runner, and in signing in capability, yes, as you can see, no account has been added. Okay, I will have to log in. I will log in. All right, my account has been added. Now I just need to select my account from here. Okay, it is asking me to change this bundle identifier, so I can use this. All right, I guess this is all that I need to do here. And anything else if I can do, then that should be in this build settings. Now I'll have to see if I need to change these things, like iPhone OS for profile and release builds, but as of now I'm not changing it. So okay, let's try running it for the first time from here. It will run because it is being run from Xcode, so there will be no problem. The thing that is main is I need to next try to run it from VSCode, because that is where problem mostly occurs. So waiting for it to complete the build. In the meantime, let me tell you my errors that I faced before like making this video. So I was okay. See, there is one error that we already having. Okay, iOS 9, it is saying I need to specify iOS minimum 12. Here also iOS 12. Do we have to update it anywhere else? Okay, it is saying import audio players is not found. Maybe it is due to the third-party plugin that I'm using, so I need to install Cocoa Boards maybe. But still, never mind. We'll still try to run it, and I will once. Let me just try to run it as it is, because I've updated the iOS version that it was saying. Alright, build again failed. Let me uncomment it. They commented, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Having problems. Let's not do that then. Hey. What I will do instead is try to search up this error live. And solve it. For me, the problem was when I opened the iOS folder, I was on VSCode and I like to go to iOS folder and open XC workspace file. Okay. It is saying me to do that. I'll close it. I'll go to VSCode, XC, workspace, and I cannot run it like that, but I'll just double click on it and wait for Xcode to run. Let's see if it makes any change. Still saying module not found. Okay. Okay, Flutter build iOS I did not run. Alright. Let's do this. Pod clean. And pod clash. pod cache clean all and pause pod. Disintegrate. Then okay, make sure pod log pod folder and runner.xc. Yes, pod file is not gone, pod log is not gone, pod folder is gone. So I will remove pod file. I will remove pod file log. And now I will do Flutter build. Let's do bundle, or let's do just iOS. I'll do only iOS, okay? Let it build, and then let's see what kind of change it makes. So there was one problem. Okay. We have to specify a platform. Okay. I will uncomment it and I will set a platform for 12. And now I will build Flutter build iOS. Now it is saying another error, like unable to find a target name runner test in project runner. Okay, let's search this up. Okay, I have and comment these lines, the lines target runner tests. Okay, let's go to the pod file. Let's search for these. I have to comment these lines. That's all. Now let's try running that again. Flutter build iOS. Again, some kind of error. Didn't find runner. Okay, instead of doing that, let me just comment this whole thing. Save it. Wait, did I not save it earlier? Maybe I did not. Yes, okay. I'm just commenting these 3 lines and saving it, and now running Flutter build iOS. Maybe I did not save it last time. It would only take a second, a minute. Yeah, I did not save the file earlier. Waiting for it to complete. Till then, let me just close this one. So this is pretty unusual, like it will not happen in your case, but since my application was an old application, like a very old application, and I opened this like after a year or so, so that might be the problem which I'm facing, but in your case it should not be like this. So like just going into this runner or iOS folder in Xcode and setting your account there, it should be just pretty much good to go when you run the application from Xcode first, and then when you try to debug it through this VS Code, it should run. So okay, build was able to complete, and now let me open this application. And let's try to build it in Xcode now. Preparing runner audio player. Okay, looks like it is good to go. Let it complete. I'm just letting these processes complete, and as soon as they complete, I will press the run button. Okay, it is again saying build failed. No. Okay, it is showing me the old error. No issues. Let's try to run it now. Point to be noted is I haven't specified the iOS version that I showed you earlier. Inside runner might be in build settings. I have not changed. Okay, it is still showing iOS 11. I will update it. Let's update it right now. There was this error that was coming, so I updated that so that it will not come again. And yeah, if you see any kind of these settings, do not perform these changes. It will break your app. Just don't do any of this. Let them be there, and don't do any of these changes. Okay, it will break your app otherwise. Build succeeded now, and let me see on my mobile. Yes, so it is installing. Where it is? Yeah, it got installed. If you cannot see, no issues. Let me open it up. Okay, it is by default opening on its own. Yes, I was able to run it. And let me show you. See, the application is there. If I do anything, it is playing the audio. Let me turn up the volume here. Right. So the application was able to run through this Xcode. Now I'll stop it. And the application also stopped. And now I will just close this. And I will go to this VSCode, go to my main.dart file, and I'll try to run it in debugger mode. So although it says run without debugging, but still it is going to open in debug mode. See, so that is one thing that I need to find out why so, but still, never mind. I actually want to run it in debug mode right now, and let's wait for it to complete. My application has not started yet. And one thing to note is like it is taking a long time this time because it is running in debug mode. Debug mode takes the maximum, like the biggest amount of time, followed by the profile mode, and then followed by the release mode. Okay, so in Xcode it ran in release mode. Now it is running in debug mode. Okay, so the application is installing. Let's see if it will open. Waiting for it to launch on its own. Yes, it has opened. Nice. So cool. And let me show you one more thing. If I stop it now and the application stopped, so it will, when I try to open it, it is not opening. Well, it should have opened, but yeah. Let me show you some other application. Okay, this is a different one. Usually it will say like this application, because it is in debug mode, so it will not open. You have to run it in release mode or profile mode, then it will run. Let's try to run it in release or profile mode. Let's try release mode because it will be the smallest application. So Flutter run release. Let's try to run it this way. It is running Xcode build. So one other thing that can happen is you might run into a error. Like I'll try to show it to you. How should I show it to you? Okay, I'll show you the error that I got. Might be possible. Okay, I have it in my... No, I don't have it right now. Okay, installing and launching, it is saying. Yes, it is installing, as you can see. Let's see if it will open. Or will it open? Yes, it opened. Cool. Okay, the thing is now, if I stop it now, like press Q, the application quitted, and see, it is still there. Now if I close it and now if I open it, yeah, it should be there, right? Because it was in release mode, or even if it was in like profile mode like this, like profile, so still it will run, but in debug mode it will just quit if you try to run it. Okay, now what I was saying is you might not be sometimes able to run the application or build the application from VSCode, and it could be a problem related to some connection with Xcode. So in my case, I tried everything that was I could find on the internet, but it did not run. So at last, what I did is deleted Xcode, deleted the command line tools, reinstalled Xcode, reinstalled command line tools. How did I reinstall command line tools? I just, while Xcode was downloading, I opened this VS Code and there was a pop-up that came up like you need to install command line tools to run it. So I pressed yes on it once the Xcode installation was done, and after that, what I did is I opened Xcode, and in that I had to, like, okay, let me show you Xcode. I had to install latest iOS 17.2 files for the simulator, for the virtual simulator, and after that only I am able to use my physical device. Let me show you 1 second. So yeah, here as you can see, there are these many files. When you freshly download Xcode, there will be a thing called get files here. So you'll have to get files from there. And in my case, again, I was not able to get the files from there as well, because whenever I downloaded files from there, it was completing the download, but it was not installing. So I manually downloaded those simulator files from here. If I can show you, let me see. See, this is the article. So it suggested me to go onto this website and download the latest simulator runtime, which in my case was 17.2, and then run this command followed by the path of the DMG file, and like this. So after that, I just got a success message, and when I opened Xcode, everything was set, and I just, rest is history. Like, you saw me doing everything in front of you, how I ran my application on this iOS device. So that's it. In my case, reinstalling Xcode worked, and nothing else worked earlier. Okay, so thank you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give this video a like. Anything if you want to ask me, tell them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, wife.